Ladies and gentlemen, this is Get Set Go. You're listening to Singapore's Entrepreneurs Podcast.
Okay guys, welcome back to another episode of Get Set Go. Today we have me and Alfahad
and Saiful.
Okay, for you guys who have not followed us on social media platforms, type Get Set Go. You guys can find us in YouTube, Instagram, Facebook and TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we just covered episode 2 for the last one, and today's episode is episode 3, and we want to cover on something called financial blueprint.
Yeah, I think from our last episode we have spoken about how the economy shifted, and a lot of people were suffering from it. I think right now, I think towards the end of the podcast, we were talking about how to be more dependent and how to take accountability to your financial blueprint.
That's right.
Yeah. So today we're gonna dive into what we call financial blueprint. Alfahad, what is financial blueprint to you?
Okay, financial blueprint to me, I'm not going to use material from books and stuff that I learned this one. I think based on my experience, right? Okay, the more we extend how we spend, the more we spend, right? It increases your financial blueprint in a way, because you are starting to hold more accountability towards how you make money to upkeep that kind of lifestyle of spending. Certain times, right, our motivation is I'm going to make more money is because for myself. Because for me, myself only. But then you have people who depend on your income. As you grow older, as you mature, there are a lot of responsibility along the way. So accountability and responsibility work hand in hand. So that's why if let's say you have a lot of responsibility that people are dependable for you to upkeep, you cannot throw away your accountability off the table. It comes with your financial mindset. How do you upkeep the lifestyle of living? As what was discussed in the previous podcast was that there was inflation coming in. Now it's already GST is 9%, and we might smell that even might rise to close to even double figures. You know, for the first time in Singapore's history, GST tax is going to be 10%. We do not know yet, but that's the factor that we cannot control, guys. What we can control is our actions, but our actions actually manifest from our thoughts alone. Saiful, what do you have to say about it?
I think financial blueprint to me is much more simpler than that. I think for me, financial blueprint in a layman term means how much you're actually spending towards the end of the month. Okay, like what are your necessities towards the amount that you need to spend. Okay, I think it's I think different people have different financial blueprint. I think me and Alfahad financial blueprint is completely different. Okay, there are different various things that helps. Not helps.
How it wires us differently?
No. I mean, like there are a lot of different things that we need to pay for in general. Correct. Yeah,
on the profile, right?
Yeah, on our profile. So different people have different financial blueprint, but today we're gonna dive into how do a lot of people have been asking us, how do we increase our financial blueprint. But before we go into that, let's go for a sidetrack first. Okay, let's just run the road the different direction for a while. Okay, now let me ask you this, Alfahad. Do you what are some of the misconception about financial blueprint?
If you ask me, I think a lot of people have the misconception on if I were to increase my financial mindset, right? It will do a bit of a devastation to myself. I don't want to take the risk of spending a lot because why? Certain things are liabilities to me. So it's like a leech, feeding on yourself. I said, this thing is going to pay a toll on me. It's a lot. And some people are not prepared yet or haven't prepared themselves to take that kind of level or that financial mindset thing. So it's like, okay, never mind. I remain myself as like that. I'll stay budget in my life. I get where you guys are coming from because I was once that person. Because we couldn't see the value in the cash that we are about to spend. Will it yield to a returning point like ROI or turnover value for us? People couldn't see that pass way beyond that level because I think it needs to be educated well. That's why because what we are wired, right, is what our parents actually taught us since when we were young. What we are exposed to. Some friends say, hey bro, don't spend on this one. Wah, this one chalak leh. Spend too much already leh, bro. Bro. And sometimes also parents would say like, oh okay, boy, dah sudah, jangan membazir. Save your money. You do not know, maybe like last time, my mom used to say, don't spend so much, you got a degree module to pay.
Yeah.
Which my degree module last time was, no joke, is one module cost me 2K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have like 16 modules to clear, bro. If you do the
16
math,
times 2
Which
is 32.
32, bro.
32.
Haven't include the FYP,
Yeah.
So one module is also another 2K.
FYP bukan ke yang TikTok punya For You page?
Damn. Okay, so this part, what I'm trying to say is that I think based on how I see is a lot of people have not been educated yet. I think with more exposure of information, with the right information, and based on real life experiences that people can be taught, right? I think it can point towards the direction where people can increase their financial mindset, so that people can be financially literate in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
you know, you don't kena olo. You know, like what you're spending on is like bullshit money lah, all these.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I also think that the one of the misconception that I always get about financial blueprint is people think that if you live a average life, right, your money blueprint can increase. Like for example, you're not doing more, you're not asking for more than what you want.
Right.
Okay, so that means you're living below the averages. So like for example,
It sounds like budget.
yeah, like budgeting, basically budgeting. So people think that by budgeting, right, you can increase your financial blueprint. That doesn't work that way. Okay.
Serious,
For example, let's just say this. I put two cars in front of you.
Okay.
One, let's just say being Honda Civic.
Okay.
Honda Civic Type R and a Lamborghini. Okay. A lot of people will go for the Honda Civic.
Right.
Some people will lie to themselves that they want the Honda Civic. Okay. They will go to the extent where they start to put themselves in the delusion state, right, where I want the Honda Civic, okay, because I love Honda Civic. I would never ever take the Lamborghini. But to be honest, okay, deep down they actually want the Lamborghini.
A dream car, man.
A dream car. Like, okay, maybe not Lamborghini. Like, it's just in general, okay? It's just an example, okay?
Sure.
A lot of people will lie to themselves that say, I don't mind having the Honda Civic. I don't need the Lamborghini, and all this. But little do people know, right? These are the things that actually help with increasing your financial blueprint. People are living less, how do you say this?
Below the means?
Kind of below their means. They set their standards super low.
Right.
Like they only go for what they want, or like they think like, oh, okay, I'm happy with this, They can lie to themselves. They can delusionize themselves to the point where I'm okay with what I have. I'm
contented.
Okay, I'm contented with what I have, but actually they're not. Deep down, they're not. That's why a lot of people are very unhappy.
Right.
I think people who set their bars very low, right, a lot of them are very, very unhappy people.
So it kind of max cap their growth.
Correct.
At some point.
Correct. I think for people who wants to increase their financial blueprint, right, are the people who don't
The limitation of being someone.
they don't limit themselves to the idea of getting more, wanting more.
Oh.
Like for example, like,
so there's no push motivation
yes,
factor.
correct. So like for example, there are a lot of I know there are a lot of entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah.
They want nice cars and all this. These are all the people who how do you call this? Will increase their financial blueprint in no time.
Right.
Okay. I know there are a lot of non-entrepreneurs also who wants like nice cars. Okay. Or Nissan Skyline GTR or Porsche or 911 GT3 RS. All of that cars, right?
All that wow factor.
All the wow factor. Or I want nice houses. I want to stay in a landed property. I want to go overseas trips and all this. I want to stay in a 5-star hotel. I want to eat a nice restaurant. A lot of people, those people who have that mindset, will increase their financial blueprint in no time. People think that they go for if they lower their bars, right, of what they want in life, right, they will increase their financial blueprint. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, you will only increase your financial blueprint, right, if you want more, if you crave for more. I know some people might say, it's don't be so stingy, and all this. No. It's not about being stingy. I don't want to live an average life. A lot of people like to have this misconception also. Another misconception. I want to live a simple life. Wow. Do you know how expensive a simple life is? no need to worry about your bills. This is the common thing people like to say. My simple life is I don't have to worry about my bills and I have no debts. Okay, I want to live comfortably in a nice house. Okay, whether HDB or not, I don't care. I want to have transport. I want to not worry about hospital bills. I don't want to worry about my kids' future and all this. After what I just said, right? If you think back clearly, right? Do you think that's cheap?
Yeah, the quality of lifestyle actually it becomes expensive.
Correct. So I think that's one of the misconception that people, few of the misconception that a lot of people think about financial blueprint. Financial blueprint is literally just a blueprint for you to let you know how much you need in order for you to sustain that particular life that you have right now. Okay, whether you want to increase or not, you want to become better, okay, then you increase your financial blueprint. Then you ask what is necessary,
and ultimately it's actually everyone's choice.
Correct. I mean, like, there are a lot of people, right? I think we were once guilty of this also. Where I want to buy, I love Lamborghini Gallardo or Huracan or something like that. But then after that, when we ask them how much is the car, I cannot afford that, bro. It's okay, no need to think. Close eyes lah. Yeah, no, you can't do that. Like, if you really want that car, at least figure out how much the car is. Okay, how much you have to pay monthly.
Okay.
How much money you need to earn in order to get that money, and then think about how you're gonna get that money in order for you to buy the car.
How I can become that person who drives that car.
You can't limit yourself to just like, okay, I don't know. I love Lamborghini and all this.
The right questions.
Yeah, I love Ferrari and all this. But then after when I ask you how much the car is, I don't know, bro, but too expensive. Bail out. You know, and it sucks to see people who are like that, because I feel right that a lot, just because of this mindset that you have, right, you limit yourself to a lot of things, that you can be capable of or you can actually achieve.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the thing lah. And hence, right, while understanding financial blueprint, right, maybe I want to ask you this lah. How did I know you have also increased your financial blueprint.
Sure.
I want to ask you, how does increasing your financial blueprint, right, actually impacted you? Okay, and what changed it and how it changes your life?
Okay, when I increased my financial blueprint, I
talk about the times lah when you were still making maybe a few thousand, then now.
Back on those days.
Yeah, back in those days.
Okay, I'll share with you guys. If you guys have not known about my experiences I had in my life.
Yeah.
Last time when I want to pay, let's say, don't talk about the fancy, fluffy stuff. I talk about on the days when I brought myself into a disciplinary route of working and upgrading my studies.
Yeah.
One module last time diploma, okay, 10K, because I was taking part-time diploma, bro.
Yep.
PSB Academy. I wasn't like for government punya polys.
Yeah.
So that time my mom also asked me, she say, can or not, boy, can you pay or not? She say, because I was working part-time, not full-time in Valet,
Okay.
So I told my mom, I say, never mind, I pay. Because you know why not, ma? Because I think this diploma can open up a gate that I can also improve me academically. I wanted that route.
Yep.
I wanted it so much because I don't want to stay in one spot in the industry where I work, right? Hentak kaki just like that forever.
Yeah.
Okay. So I tell my mom, this 10K, if I'm going to fork out, it's going to mean something to me. She say, Mama, never mind, I pay. I settle this as a man.
Okay.
So after I get my diploma, then I improve to degree. Now, then when I see, right, how much this degree is going to cost me, right, then I think back, I say, sialah, ni degree rabak apa. It's like 36K, 38K. And then try to imagine, assuming you can pass every module. Every degree people know this one. You must pass every module. Otherwise, you're going to actually remodule again.
Yeah.
That's the painful part. You're going to be expected to pay more than you expected. So, I thinking in my mind, aku baru kerja full-time valet. I already transited from part-time valet to full-time valet. So, that time when I know one module cost me about 2K, for the first 3 months before even the degree started, I started to save a lot of money. I know saving money is like for us in real times right now, it's like, okay, no, saving money might be a bit different in your mind. But I wanted to understand that, okay, this degree I'm going to pay it for. But I saw the ROI, I saw the turnover value on the long run for this degree.
So what did you do in order for you to...
okay, what was the action, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when I was working, I did actually mention in my previous podcast, I took a lot of cars for valet.
Yeah.
I pumped inside the car park, right?
Yeah.
A capacity that I remember, the number of the parking lots, right, were 38 or 42.
Okay.
We pumped in 200 cars below, bro.
Ooh,
until it closed down one way, until all the cars line up before the gantry nak masuk to Plaza Sing.
Yeah.
Then because I remember in my mind, if I can actually handle this capacity with my skill set, and my mindset was driving towards a cause, apa tau, you're going to make a lot of tips this today. Today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're going to make a lot of tips. You save all those tips, right? So at the end of the month, you're going to calculate how much you're going to set aside to actually pay your degree module.
Okay, I'm going to pause you right there. Okay,
Sure.
guys, if you do cut what Alfahad just said, right, this is what I mean by increasing financial blueprint. It does not have to be fancy cars or whatsoever. It can be simply as like your diploma or your degree.
And I wasn't even an entrepreneur yet, Saiful. I was just like being employed by a company. Only.
Correct. And this is something that a lot of us need to learn and a lot of us need to take in on, because why? The thing that you need to first understand, right, is how much that you're gonna be paying. Like for example, you say modules and everything, gedebak-gedebuk, your degree is gonna cost you about to 42k. Okay, for example around there lah. Okay, Alfahad needs to figure out how he is supposed to get that 42k.
Yes.
It might not be buying a car. About that 42k buying a car. We're talking about how much you need to pay in order for him to pay for his degree. At the same time, live his life on a daily basis, with his basic necessities. It's tough. But without you asking yourself how you're supposed to get there, you will not increase your financial blueprint.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And there's this saying okay, your first $1,000 might be very difficult to make. But if you start to make $1,000, it's going to be easier to make your first $10,000. But if you don't look at it on how am I supposed to achieve that $10,000, okay, you're going to stuck with that $1,000 throughout the month.
Correct.
So you're going to be, if you increase your financial blueprint, okay, now I make $1,000, how to make $2,000 in a month? Okay, then this is what you do. You double the time. Okay, if $2,000, you want to make $4,000, how to double? Double the time, difficult? Cannot? Okay, then what do you need to do in order for you to get the $4,000?
Correct.
So you need to find mechanisms, right, and ways, right, for you, right, to increase your financial blueprint by thinking, right, on how you're supposed to make more money every single time.
Correct.
You can't just stay there and beat yourself down and say, oh, okay, I'm making 3k per month or 4k per month or even 1k per month and I'm just going to stay where I am. Okay, I know that a lot of like I say, both of us were guilty of that also at one period of time. We were working, okay lah, 2 to 3k, simple, okay, what enough. If you save it right, I think there's a possibility you can still survive. Okay, survive, not live, survive. But if you want to leave, you want to get out of that particular situation, you need to figure out what your necessary means in your financial blueprint. And if you want more, put it in your financial blueprint and then increase and figure out how to increase your monetary growth.
Correct.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
What was there an experience you had also, Sai?
Yeah, man. Okay, I used to job hop a lot. Okay?
Right.
I used to job hop a lot. I do like what you call this? I do warehouse and many other stuff. I'm not going to talk about it.
Sure.
Okay. But I had my fair share of toughness. Tough. Yeah. I don't know how do you say this?
Going through adversity lah.
Yeah. So I have my fair share of that, and it was tough because during that period of time, I need to figure out ways for me to make money urgently during that period of time. So I was like looking at job lists, right?
You had a time frame already.
Yeah, I had a time frame during that period of time. So I had to decide, right, on what I need to do next, right, in order for me to accumulate this amount of money so that my backside is safe.
Right.
So I was looking at I think Jobs SG or something.
Right.
I was looking like, okay, this one pays me $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, and certain other numbers lah you can see over there. Right. And then after I look at the hours that they put in, I calculate the hours and then I calculate the amount of money. Then this is where I suddenly become financially like, how to say this, sharp, like your trigger, right? Suddenly the mathematics, right, from stupid, don't know how to count maths, right? Suddenly you know how to count money, So right, I was looking at like, okay, in a day, how many hours I need to work? And how many weeks in a day I need to in a week, how many days I need to work, and then in a month how much I'm going to get paid. So I calculate the hours, I calculate the money, I see what was worth it. Okay, I was very picky during that period of time, but I need to be right on this because I have no time to waste. Then after I realized that, fuck, cannot. All the jobs that they pay me monthly salary, I cannot. So I need to find a daily pay job. So then after that, I take a step back. Okay, what do I need to do? So I was working at this place called DB Schenker. I don't know if you know about the company.
DB Schenker?
Yeah, I work at DB Schenker. Standard, they pay you on a daily basis. Part-time, they pay you daily basis. So I was working daily DB Schenker. I went there for my first day. I start to analyze the job scope that I need to do. Then I start to see actually the job scope very simple. You got to play smart only.
Right.
Yeah. So I need to just sustain myself for about 5-6 hours in there, and then I'm gonna get paid about $120 per day. Okay?
Right.
So $120 per day, I count. So $120 per day. If I work 5 days a week, that is about 120 times 5 is berapa? Kan bodoh dia terkeluar. $600 in a week. Okay, so I told myself, okay, I got $600 in a week. Then I start to think, okay, this $600, right? I take out maybe $100 lah.
Right.
Oh no, sorry, about maybe $200. So I left $400. $400. What can I do with this $400 to make me more money? So then I start to think. Then after that, suddenly I start to venture into doing business. Okay, I don't tell you what business I'm doing right now. I think all of you know lah. I'm doing Feel Great lah. Okay, so back then I was like venturing in order for me to save up, for me to have more ROI, like you were talking about. If you guys don't know what's ROI, is return of investment. Okay, you can Google that. Okay, I don't want to explain what's ROI over here. Okay, so I want to see what can bring me more money. Okay, it's a risk, but can bring me back more money.
The flip
so,
off.
Yeah, so I saved up a good amount of money throughout the month. I take the money, I toss it in, and then I wait for my time to shine lah. Basically, wait for the pot of gold to drop, but hustle at the same time. So along the way, like I'm glad where I've reached right now. Okay, I'm glad to say that I make 5 figures every month. Okay, but it's about always increasing the financial blueprint throughout the months.
Right.
I'm the kind of person if I don't earn that certain amount of figure that I calculated that I need per month, I will get super fucking frustrated. I will fucking get pissed off. I will flip the table. Right? I was like, what the fuck did happen? Like how did this happen? I know some of you might think like, hey, Salah, you make 5 figures already. Why are you complaining? Be thankful. I am thankful. I am very thankful. But the problem is, it's not enough. It's not enough for me to live my life. Right. I don't want to downgrade. I want to upgrade. If my money is not at the point where I need it to be, I need to do something about it.
Hungry monster.
Hungry bro, I tell you. The thing is, if you're not hungry, right, how are you supposed to improve? How are you supposed to grow? You need to. People can call it selfish. People can call it what I don't know what people can describe.
Something. Okay, what lah. Yeah. But I also understand. I even come from. I'm Malay. Yeah. Okay, Melayu. Coming from a community also, some say like, hey bro, kalau macam gini dah bersyukur. Yeah. Okay, we've been taught that mindset at some point in our life. But at some point also, right, to upkeep with the trend, the way how the economy is shifting. You know how things are rising in terms of prices. How you want to actually live a quality life. That balance out between you make money and you have time for the people that you love that are meaningful to you. You really need to up your game a lot. We cannot demonize, right, saying that ni duit ni haram ni semua Yahudi punya currency. No, bro. It isn't. It's just a tool. It's a currency. We don't own a living to actually all this money. It's just a tool for us to access certain things, right? It's just a form of currency.
That's right.
That entitles us to a certain things, right? That people have no things to say about it. You can actually enjoy what you want to do. Yeah. So we cannot demonize that kind of mindset lah, guys.
Correct. Okay. I realized that our time is running short already. Okay, and I realized this topic is still very, very broad. I think we're gonna end this episode. We're gonna have a part 2 of this episode. Financial blueprint is really a broad topic to talk about.
It's a broad topic, guys.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode about financial blueprint. We're gonna have a part 2 of this. If you guys want to hear it, can stay tuned to our next episode. I think it's going to be back to back, right?
We're going to be back to back. Guys, this is already episode 3 on the financial blueprint. We're going to cover on part 2 of episode 3 on the financial blueprint. Okay, so if you guys have not followed us on social media platforms, do follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
And don't forget to rate us on Spotify.
Yes, please,
my skin
guys.
Now thick already. Make sure you rate us on Spotify.
Sign out, guys. Peace, love.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Get Set Go. You're listening to Singapore's Entrepreneurs Podcast.